Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's PaigeShaian. If you're new, just stopping by, don't go too soon. If you're returning, thank you so much for the love and support. Definitely subscribe to our channel. Feel free to comment and stick around for all my hair videos. So today we are doing a traditional sewing, middle part, hair included, on my client. Every single client that comes in for an install, or really any services that I provide a shampoo, a condition, a blow dry, and a trim if needed. My client's hair has grown out a lot since I first started doing her hair, which is about, I want to say like maybe 2 years ago. I don't see her frequently, but when I do see her, maybe like twice a year, I do maintenance her natural hair. Of course, she gets styles in between, but I just try to make sure I trim, on my part, just to make sure her hair is healthy and still growing underneath of her foundation or her install. I'm excited today because she is using our hair. She was very excited just to be purchasing an investment. Every time she comes to get an install, she gets new hair. I'm just like, well, that's what an investment is. Like, you won't have to continue to purchase new hair. You can color this hair. You can reuse it every time you get an install, and it's just really worth it in the end. You spend the money up front instead of over time. So as y'all can see, I just got her middle part together on where I wanted her actual part to be. Then I parted her leave out on each side, about an inch on each side. Her hair is on a finer side, so you want to ensure that you have enough leave out to cover the tracks when you are flat ironing over. So you can use your comb method to test that. And now I'm going to do the braid down. Y'all, I cannot teach how to braid because I literally braid with all my fingers. I literally braid with all my fingers, which everyone knows that. So me teaching how to braid is just, I feel like, never going to be a thing because, girl, I don't know how I taught this way, like, so I'm just doing my breakdown. She's having very minimal leave out. I always ask my clients, what do you want your leave out to look like? What do you want your perimeter to look like? Are you going to put in a ponytail? Are you looking to do less maintenance, with hair all the way around, etc.? So she has minimal leave out all the way around. She will put in a ponytail, and then she'll have good coverage. So I want to continue this breakdown, y'all. My sewings normally take about 3 hours, and I'm pretty much on time for all of my installs. Um, I was just talking to my braider about this. She was like, girl, you just work so fast. And really, in my head, I'm breaking down each service. Like, I'm spending a certain amount of time at my shampoo bowl. I'm spending a certain amount of time blow drying, trimming. I'm spending a certain amount of time at the foundation. And really, the foundation is probably the longest part. So when you go to sew in, each bundle is probably like 10 minutes. So, you got 3 bundles, that's like 30 minutes, if that. So really just break it down if you're having a hard time with your timing, and just try to like test yourself. Granted, everyone is not going to be the same. Every client's head is different. So, just keeping that in mind. Sorry, y'all, I just got a text from my client. But just keeping that in mind, so you may take a little less on your foundation or you might take a little longer. So that's okay. So just try to make up for that time, somewhere else in your install. But yeah, my channel, y'all, is about my sewings, my hair. I've been trying to do more vlogs, but I haven't really been getting like the views on that. I did stop YouTube for a little bit, so I'm trying to really get back in the momentum of putting out videos consistently. So definitely feel free to share my videos. I hope everyone or anyone who watches them is learning from them. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to leave them in the comments. I am a full-time hairstylist, so I'm constantly doing hair all day long. So it might take me a minute to get back to the comment, but I will definitely try to get back to the comment. Now, y'all, I'm putting her net on. The net, just get the net on. That's all I'm saying. Just get the net on the best way you can and make sure that it is smoothed out as best you can as well. You don't want the net to be too tight, because once you start sewing, it will get tighter. But the purpose of the net it's just to help the longevity of the client's install. I always ask the client, about their scalp. Do they, how long, they're going to wear their sewing, or what that might look like for them. So if their hair is like super duper thick and they're going to wear their sewing for a month and some change, they never wash their sewing, they're probably not going to get a net. One, their braids are going to stay intact, right? Their hair is strong enough for the hair to hold on to. And they're taking it right out. Normally, my sewings can last about 2 months for my clients, and that's the purpose of an install, right? To get the longevity out of it. So they're paying for it and they want to wear it. I always also ask my clients, once the net is on, how they want their hair to fall. But before I get into that, I do cut off the majority of the net just so it's not in the way and I can see exactly where I'm sewing. So if my client tells me that they want their hair to fall more in their face, um, I do start like, oh my goodness, I gotta get my words together, y'all. I do start with sewing like a U and starting the track more towards their leave out area, and then work my way all around, and then I go from side to side. So it just depends on their preference. Some people don't like that. Some people like to just put it behind their ear, so you're just going to go from ear to ear and work your way like that. So yeah, I have a lot of videos on how to sew the hair onto the head. I do double weft my bundles. So the first two are double. First two bundles are double. The last one is also double depending on how much hair I have left to sew. But I always ensure like those last couple rows before the leave out is single, right? And then I also use my flip method. I do feel like the flip method is important, especially for those who are making the investment and getting good hair, because it will help, when you wear your bundles again. Granted, you can piece them in. As a good stylist would piece them in, I will do that. But it does help with the longevity of them and not cutting them because they kind of shed a little bit more. But definitely check out one of my videos as far as sewing. I can leave them in the link below just so you guys can have that as well. So now we're getting into the styling. She just wants curls, like body curls, very flowy. I do pin those curls because this hair, it holds heat very well, and when you set your curls, they last longer for sure. So I always start on the sides because I like for the client to see, like, the progress, kind of what's going on. I do start on the side, and then I go to the back and then work my way to the other side. So as far as timing, we were doing perfect. I think I leave a good 30 minutes for styling for all my clients. So I think this appointment ended at 12:30, so it's probably around 12 o'clock or something like that. So you just want to ask them what type of curls they're looking to get, or even if they just want to wear it straight, I might even straighten as I install. Like I'll put in that first bundle, blow it out, press it out. Put in the second bundle, blow it out, press it out, and that also can make it go faster. But if I know they're getting curls, I'm not going to do that, right? But yeah, y'all, definitely feel free. Come on, comment, like, subscribe, definitely to my channel. I hope this video helps you. Leave a comment or even a picture down below on how some of your sew-ins come out. I don't know if there's stylists that watch this as well. How are your sew-ins? How long are they lasting? The curling iron that I'm using is the T3. I absolutely love my T3. Like when I say love my T3 down, I love my T3 down. So after I go and pin and curl all the hair, I do one good spray. The spray that I use, which everyone asks, is Sebastian hairspray. I do like Sebastian hairspray because it is a nice firm hold. It does not make the hair like crunchy. I can't stand crunchy hairspray. I don't like crunchy hair, okay? We want flowy hair. So that is a really good hairspray to have as you're kind of setting your curls. So I'm going through and just dropping, and you can see this hair has a nice shine to it. The curls are coming out great, and then I'm just going to keep working my way around. Normally, I do leave the leave out curl for the last thing I take out. So like I'll go around, take out all of them, I'll comb the hair out, and then I'll go ahead and style the last. I typically go over with my client how they can maintain their curls. A lot of them, a lot of them have the heatless curlers, which are amazing. So it really depends on how you want your curls to look the next day. For example, I told her like after today, because the curl does hold and the hair holds heat very well, maybe just do some pin curls. But like if they fall later, then you can maybe add like your heatless curl or your flexi rod, because it's going to tighten it back up, right? So have that conversation with your client, or if you're having a hard time, that's something that you can kind of think about. I'm going in and just combing out her curls, kind of setting them how she wants them to be. I do use, depending on how they want the curl, my rat tail comb to comb them out, or I'll use my paddle brush, because I feel like the paddle brush definitely gives like more fluffy, whereas the rat tail comb can kind of give tighter, right? So it really just depends on what the client is looking for, the end results. But look how bouncy and shiny and pretty that is. It's so pretty, y'all. My client was making a TikTok. She was making a TikTok the whole service. So we were talking about her putting the videos together. I'm like, girl, if you don't find a template and put all them, like all the pics, the videos together, and they'll make it for you. She's like, okay, okay. So I'm excited to see her TikTok, y'all. Once she posted, I don't know if she posted it yet. I gotta ask her. Maybe I'll put it in the description below. But now I'm just gonna take out the other side, and then do the same exact thing as far as combing it out and then placing like that leave out area. Since you'll have this hair for a while, it's going to be nice because we can always add some color to it. She can get different styles. I always tell my clients, if you want to start off with longer hair, you'll eventually get short, over time, because you'll have the bundles for so long. So eventually, hopefully, we'll put some color in her extensions, maybe some blonde pieces, some honey browns, etc. Just to give her a different look. She was actually supposed to be all blonde. I was supposed to color this hair blonde, but we ended up not doing it. And I'm so happy we did it, because she told me at this appointment that her leave out was colored black. I'm like, girl, that would have been a whole color correction and a whole extra 2 hours, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just like, let's get your hair in a healthy state, and then we can just color the extensions to give her that pop of color. So that's another great thing about extensions. So this is the outcome. Look at this hair, y'all. So cute, so sleek, middle part curls. She absolutely loved it. I actually need to text her and see how it's going, but the hair came out really good. The install came out really good, and she can wear this again for another month and a half. She will be able to wash her hair. I do have maintenance appointments for my sewing clients. Only if I complete the sewing, I will complete the maintenance, right? So she can get a maintenance in about 3 weeks. Say the hair or her leave out starts getting a little oily, weighed down, just like a silk press, and it's time to wash again. I definitely tell my clients, stay away from heat. Like once I press you out, that's it. Like you should be pressed. Only thing you should be doing is really maintaining either your curls or your straight hair. Try not to put more heat to your leave out, because that's what causes breakage, right? And that's something we want to prevent. This can be a protective style. You just have to be careful with the leave out and the heat. So y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment and like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.